It started with a step followed by a trot. We learned to gallop. Then it got mechanical. At first it was to survive. It was all about the destination, but that changed when the journey started to get fun. I'm Julian Taylor, and these are my friends, Sam and Jenn.
If it has a motor, we will ride it, drive it, or fly it, and compete to win.
It's not always about where you go, it's how you get there.
What are we doing here, Julian? Why would you bring me to a place like this? I'm in sunny South Florida, 80-degree weather, enjoying the ocean, and you bring me to this?
Sam, you have got to expand on your horizons. We've got to make the most of this weather.
What are we going to do in this weather to have fun?
Ice bikes.
What do you mean ice bikes?
Ice bikes that race on ice.
That sounds dangerous. It sounds slippery.
That's the whole idea.
This is not going to end well.
We're here to meet the guys from Moose Racing. We're going out on the lake, Lake Wisconsin. It's frozen, theoretically 9 inches thick, and we're gonna race motorcycles.
It's a motorcycle that goes on a lake. How do we know the lake is solid? How do we know how thick the ice is? How do we know that the bike isn't gonna crack the ice and we're gonna go in the water? None of it really makes sense to me. There's no reason to do that when back home, we can take that same bike and go out in the trails, the tracks, the mud, and have a good time. I stuck to the program because the one thing that Julian did promise is a heavy-duty truck, and you know how I like trucks. So no matter what happens with this little journey, I know I'm gonna get a little bit of truck time.
So I picked these big trucks because we need them here for this neck of the woods, and also to stop Sam from flying home. 2 pair of diesels, it's worth the effort. Oh, man!
What is that? What are you doing here?
What the hell's she doing here? Who told her we were even coming to the snow?
Why are you here?
When I heard that Julian was bringing you, Mr. Miami Man, to Wisconsin in January, I had to see this. Once again, I'm here to save the day. I'm about to take this boys' camping trip up a level.
This is great, because you can take my position and I can go back home.
No. Just wait till you see what I have in store for us and these trucks. Sam, I'm just gonna say, you're gonna owe me because I'm saving you.
She's got something up her sleeve, and I feel a little bit nervous.
What she's got in store for us, I also have no idea, but she's happy. Why she's happy, that's to be determined, but she is happy about being here, and she just kind of crashed into our party.
I can't believe Julian is just gonna line up these beautiful trucks that can haul anything and not haul anything. That's why the people at Grand Design RV, they have hooked me up. Ta-da! We're going camping.
This is what you had in mind for those trucks?
Yes, this is what I had in mind. This is the only way to camp.
We're all staying in the same one then?
Well, we could all stay in one if we were family, but since we're not family, we're all getting our own RV.
Luckily, it's not one RV, it's 3 RVs. We each have our own, but still, to go camping in this kind of weather, why did I travel all this way?
These are so great. For you, Julian, I know you like your toys, so you get the Imagine 24 MPR with room.
So I've got the Imagine, and it's a toy hauler. It means that you've got the hotel at the front with all the accoutrements that you need, but then you go to this glass sliding door, and you've got your toy hauler. You could fit ATVs, UTVs, and when you've got your gear out, it's got bunk beds in it as well, so there's plenty of room for the family. I really like it.
For me, of course, I like to be spoiled just a little bit. I have the Momentum 29G. I like to think it's called the 29G because it's kind of the Goldilocks of all the travel trailers. You have an area and place to haul your toys, then you have all the refinements like a queen-size bed. This is the just in between, just right Goldilocks story that will make you feel like you're 29 your whole life. Sam, you need a little more convincing. I know you like to be spoiled.
Just a little
bit. Look behind me. Look no further than the Reflection 315.
It looks
So
like
this
2 in
looks
1.
like
It's a
the
big
Mac
beast.
Daddy of all Mac Daddies.
This is the Mac Daddy, so, you know, soak it in, enjoy. We're going glamping.
Couple questions. Do we have a built-in heater?
Yes, of course it has a heater. It even has a fireplace.
This thing's got a fireplace.
Yes, it does.
Refrigerator, microwave.
It's got it all.
It's got a fantastic kitchen, but you can't cook.
Who says I can't cook? They got me the Reflection 315, which is the biggest and baddest one of the 3. They both figured out I'm not very happy, so they're probably using that as a little bit of leverage to calm me down. So I'm gonna bite my tongue and I'm gonna try it out, because the thing is pretty cool and pretty decked out inside. We'll see how it goes. All right, I'll give that a shot.
Ready to get rigged up and hit the road?
All right, let's go for it.
So we got our RVs, we got them set up, we got them hooked up to the Ram, and we were out on the open road. And what do you know? No problems whatsoever. The Ram rides like an SUV. It's refined. It is a workhorse in that it's pulling some major weight behind me. I mean, did you see how big my RV was? It was fully outfitted, so we needed something that was able to haul something this large and in charge. So we're towing it and we're cruising down the road with no problem at all.
So the Ford Super Duty F250 XLT is one serious truck. 6.7 litre lump in this thing. So pulling a trailer, an RV trailer of any size, is absolutely no sweat, no hassle for this vehicle. It really is designed totally to do what I'm doing with it now. I wonder how Sam's getting on. Let's face it, he's a southerner. He's from Florida. He's not used to the snow, and he's now pulling one large trailer with his truck.
So the journey's getting interesting. It's snowing, it's cold, the roads are icy. I've got my Ram truck, it's a 2500 diesel, thank God, pulling this huge RV that is definitely heavy and long. I've got to leave this truck in four-wheel drive at all times to stay connected to the road, and thank God it comes with a little tow haul mode and electric brake, which I really need in these kind of conditions. And the one thing I can tell you is, I think I've proven for a Miami guy, I can even drive in ice.
Mr. Floridian, what happened to you?
What happened to me? I'm driving the biggest rig. What do you mean, what happened to
It's
me?
because you don't know what the heck you're doing in the snow. That's what
No, I
happened.
don't belong in it. That's what I should be doing, is leaving it.
I think it was your first time driving in the snow. It's okay, you can admit it.
Hey, I got it here, didn't I?
All right, listen, the lake is right over there for ice racing. It's gonna be incredible. And it's basically a winter wonderland here at the campsite.
Now, the funny thing is, she set the fire up. So we've got more snow in the fire than we have wood or warmth. We had more in that warehouse
I can
back
stay
there.
in that truck with the heater on because I felt good. I can promise you that on the way here.
It's a damn sight warmer than standing around this frozen thing.
That's not going to work.
Whatever, enough talking. Let's get our rigs set up on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
All right, let's go for it.
That was easy. Oh, these guys kill me. They got no clue. They didn't know what I have up my sleeve.
Oh, what are you doing here? Man, I was much quicker than you were.
You thought you were.
I was much quicker than you. How
I'm
come you got
done.
it? Yours is massive. How did you get
Mine
it done
is
so quick?
massive, and mine's all electronic. You hit a button and you walk away. It's easy.
That's cheating.
What was all that noise I heard from your side? What was that?
Exactly, I had to use power tools.
Safe what?
Where did you come from?
I just set everything up. I'm good to go. Got the heat cranking.
Third place, first loser.
No.
Bam.
Sam's over there in his rig, barely pushing buttons. He's half asleep. Julian's racing around like a maniac. He didn't even put his awning out. He didn't even turn the lights on. I tried to set everything up like you're supposed to. I should be the one winning, not them.
By the way, I got a text from Moose Racing, and it told me that there's only 2 bikes. I've got home field advantage here because I organized it, so I'm taking one of them. So I think the competition is whoever cooks the best meal tonight gets to ride that bike
How is
tomorrow.
that fair?
You can duke it out.
Hey.
Honesty's excellent camper.
I didn't come all this way to not ride. I can tell you that right now.
I don't want to worry you, but she is a female. She'll probably cook much better than you can.
What, tough guys can't cook?
Julian thinks just because I'm a woman that I'll be the better cook. What is this, the 1950s?
There's no way I'm leaving town without racing one of those bikes. I've never done it before. Racing's in the blood. I gotta get on one of those things and see what it's all about. I cannot wait to go fast.
So the challenge is cooking the best meal. Sam, I just can't see him being a cook. He's never in the kitchen, so he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. To be honest, my money's definitely on Jenn in the cooking competition. You can cook. I'm not gonna stay here and watch you torch this place.
Listen, it wasn't that bad.
That stuff's garbage. I'm not eating that. I'm friggin' starving hungry.
I have this
I
restaurant.
thought you were supposed to be able to cook. She's actually managed to start a fire. How do you start a fire when you're frying fish?
Julian is a drama queen. I set one teensy-weensy little barely there fire, and he's screaming his head off and like trying to flood my RV. Are you kidding me? You know what they say about people who assume.
Come on, let us in. I'm starving. She can't cook for Jack. What are you wearing? I run over, getting away from the flames that's torching Jenn's beautiful RV, and then Martha Stewart and Vin Diesel open the door in an apron.
Muscle Man Sam is outfitted in his chili pepper apron.
Take it all back.
I love you. You look
Thank-
great.
Oh, you look crazy. All right, come on into my home.
Okay.
Even if you can't cook, go in first.
Woo, it smells good in here. So luckily we showed up at Sam's because he opens the door, it's toasty, he has some jazz music playing, we got a fine dining experience. I mean, who would have known Sam had this up his chili pepper sleeves?
I gotta tell you guys, this reflection was amazing to work in. The kitchen's amazing. I had my TV on while I was whipping up your nice dinner here. It's just spacious. It's got all the amenities that you need to be able to produce pieces like this, art, and to do it in such a nice atmosphere. This camping thing is not so bad. When it comes down to me having to race a bike or not race a bike, you better believe I'm gonna cook and whip up a badass meal. Tonight, we eat, and tomorrow, we ride.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely shocked at this turn of events. My Martha Stewart Sam has definitely won this without a shadow of a doubt. So we're ice racing, and I don't know what we're gonna do with Jenn now because she's gonna sulk. We'll send her shopping, something like that. Sam, he's always going to be only in the sun, Mr. Floridian that he is, but you've got to be able to roast some kahunas, and kahunas are based around the winter.
The thing I want to do is race. It doesn't matter what it is. I just want to ride. I want to race. And here we are, still haven't done it. Now we're shopping.
We walk into Jay's Power Center, and this is the mecca for all things Winter Wonderland.
All these snow products are pretty cool. I don't ever get to play with them or get to see them on a showroom floor.
This place has a huge power sports moose racing setup. So we're going to meet with an ambassador who's going to bring us up to speed with everything that we've got to wear to be safe when you're out on the ice. You've got to put on team colors. You've got to wear this moose jumper.
What's a jumper? Or it's a sweatshirt?
It's a jumper.
It's a sweatshirt.
There we go. Yeah, these will do.
What are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing? These
You're
are gonna
not
be great.
riding anything. You don't need goggles.
You torched the RV. You're not coming out riding.
You're still bringing that up?
It was yesterday.
Can a girl accidentally set a kitchen on fire? Well, if I can't race, then I'm at least gonna shop. Bye.
She's putting gear on thinking she's going to race with us. Nope, she's banned.
Get over it. It was in the past.
I see you guys got your team colors.
Hey, John, how you doing, mate?
Excellent.
I hope you don't mind. I already took it off the rack.
You look
You
fantastic.
told me I can have it.
You look like a team. We've invited Sam, Julian, and Jenn to Jay's Power Center today to outfit them and get them ready for a crash course in ice racing. First things first, we're gonna start with the base layer.
So are these undercrackers?
They're not under crackers.
These are crackers.
They're like thermals, kind of like underwear, but they keep you warm and they're long.
They're undercrackers.
They're not under crackers. It takes a while to adjust to Julian. I have figured out his lingo, so I'll translate for him and we'll get through it.
We may get ejected from these motorcycles from time to time just to keep it interesting.
Okay.
So let's keep
I'm
your
ready.
knees, shins protected. Considering these boys are from Florida, we're gonna start them off with a nice warm base layer, put all the protection pieces that they need on their body, and then wrap them in a nice, warm, windproof, waterproof outer layer to keep them comfortable.
I'm looking forward to getting set from top to bottom, helmet, gloves, boots, the whole shebang.
It's gonna protect us from the cold, protect us from crashing, and hopefully protect Julian from getting run over by the spikes on my tires.
I think they're both in trouble, but well protected. So I saw Jenn moping around the Polaris Ranger. What she doesn't know is we have probably the most important job set aside for her at the lake. Jenn, what's up? We gotta get you suited up.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but I lost the cooking competition and they banned me from ice racing. There may have been a small fire.
Well, we have the most important job planned for you, so we gotta get you suited up.
All right, lead the way to this important job. Breathe that fresh air in.
We've got ice, we've got snow. He's taking me out in the middle of this rock-solid ice pit to go out on motorcycles.
Julian goes running towards the bikes, per usual. He's trying to steal them, basically, and head out on the lake. No problem at all.
We just need an instructor, and then we'll be ready to go.
Yeah, what do we need the instructor for? We've got the bikes have got the studs in the tires. Let's just go on and get on with it. What are we waiting for? It's a throttle, there's a gearbox, there's a clutch. Let's have a go.
Luckily, John was there. This is like a knight in shining armor, showing up to save the day and stop Julian from his antics.
I told you guys that Jen had the most important job here today, and that's plowing the race course with this bad boy.
This actually could be dodgy. We've been given a hassle for a few days, and I thought, well, you're giving her the chance to build a circuit. She could do anything with it. She could put holes in the middle of it somewhere if she wanted to lose us.
I'll cook you up something nice and special out on this track.
All right, Jen, drop in the driver's seat. We're gonna teach you how to build this race course. Later, I'll have an ice god himself come in and teach you guys how to ice race.
I cannot wait to take this Ranger out and really put the plow to the test through carving out a course for these guys. John, let's make this a difficult race course.
I'm used to making difficult race courses. This should be no problem.
So she's out there on a Ranger, cruising around, creating a course that she thinks is good, which she really doesn't know what is good, because she's never done it for herself.
I got snow flying everywhere. This is great.
I'm gonna be prepared for whatever she throws my way.
We're gonna need some sharp turns.
Yes.
So as soon as we come down here, we're gonna cut right as quick as possible.
Not to use a pun, but creating a course like I did was so much fun. I was going left, I was going right. I think it may have given John a little bit of a scare from time to time. We may have gotten sideways a few times and into an embankment of snow, but I had a blast. I think they're really gonna have a challenge over this course.
If there's anybody that can whip these Florida boys into shape and teach them how to ride a studded motorcycle, it would be the ice god himself, Jeff Fredette, who has been building tracks and racing for over 30 years.
I've heard that this gentleman called the God of Ice is going to arrive. And all of a sudden, this bike comes in sideways. He's going to teach us what needs to be done to get round this circuit. Hey, Jeff, I hear you're the Ice God, that's right?
I don't know, I've been doing it a long time, so I know a little bit what to do and what not to do.
So we're gonna learn from the best.
We're getting older and slower, but we still know how to do it. I know you guys have been riding dirt bikes, street bikes, road bikes, touring bikes, all kinds of motorcycles. This is the same thing, it's just a frozen surface. The traction is in the tires, ride real smooth, kind of like a road race. It's gonna come naturally. I mean, you'll catch on really, really quick.
Now, tell me, you designed this course?
Oh, no, Jen did it.
I don't think she likes this very much at the moment.
Well, once you see what she's laid out for you, you'll probably even think that more. Moose stuff's gonna keep you warm. Bikes are gonna get you where you wanna go, so we're wasting time here. Let's get out on the ice and do it.
This is crazy. I blame Julian one more time. We're gonna be racing on a lake with a dirt bike. It makes no sense to me.
We took off on the first practice session, and at the beginning, it's like, oh boy, they got a ways to go. Every loop, they kept getting faster. After about 6, 7 laps, I mean, they were getting the hang of it.
You get on a motorcycle, and it's like you're on ice skates. You've got these little screws sticking out of these tires that are grabbing the ice. And the more you dig into the turn and the more you give it throttle, the more it likes it. It works even better.
I was absolutely blown away with the amount of traction that we had. And at first, my body positioning was slightly wrong. I was out in the middle of my seat. But then he pulled me aside and he said, put all the weight over the front wheel, gets you to go into the corner, put your leg out and accelerate, and you'll have a lot more traction. He was dead right. It made a huge difference.
All right, guys, the track is complete.
All right, remember what I told you guys, how to do it. Ready?
The race has started. Julian, of course, jumped the line, and he's up front.
See his hand, bang, hands coming down, bang, I'm getting off. That's it, accelerate.
All I'm getting is ice and water in my mouth, in my face, and I'm trying to keep up with him, and I'm following his lines. And the good news was he was so hot and excited to get in front of me that he was riding way over his head.
Came into the first corner, and that was okay, he was still there. Came into the second corner, and I accelerated, but I didn't accelerate early enough, and I drifted wide, and it opened up the inside of the corner. And as soon as I opened the inside of the corner, he made the most of it, and bang, he shot through. So then I was on his tail for a while, and the worst thing to ever do is watch what the guy in front of you is doing. What did I do? I watched him, and I couldn't get round him. Came back onto the circuit again, but I'd lost too much time. I couldn't get back to him.
So I was watching his lines, I was waiting for him to make a little bit of a mistake, and sure enough, he drifted a little wide, and I got him on the inside and pulled out the win, which was all worth it at the end of the day. So Jenn's course, I gotta say, I was pretty impressed. There's a lot of lefts and a lot of rights. It was pretty evenly spread out. I won't admit it to her, but she did do a good job.
I don't want to tell them this, but I was really impressed. They both did a great job. But I have to pat myself on the back a little bit. I think my course really helped them become better riders.
So I see you three survived instruction from the famous ice god, Jeff Fredette.
Absolutely, we really did. He was fantastic. Taught us everything we
Great.
needed to know about the ice.
He was really good. You can tell he's got a lot of experience, and I gotta tell you guys, these winter temperatures, which are pretty fierce, are a lot more bearable when you start off with a nice Ram truck, 2500 diesel with a great heater that worked really nice. The RVs were amazing. They had all the amenities that we needed. And of course, here we are with Moose Racing and these amazing bikes on the ice.
And we had our own internal heat while riding these
The
things.
bikes put off a lot of heat, and let me tell you, the Moose gear keeps it in board and it makes it nice.
And Julian, he's always giving off, you know, a certain amount of hot air.
Yeah, but at least I didn't torch an RV. You had even more hot air with
Yeah,
flame.
you had a fire.
You said you were cold.
And it was an honor to learn from the best. You're a legend. We heard a lot about you coming here, and it was all true.
Ready to show them how the pros do it?
I guess so. It's time
get
to go
outta
get
here.
ready for the race tomorrow.
Let's do this.
We have
All
to
right.
finish off with our one-liner first, though. It's not always about the destination. It's how you get there. I have to say, though, I was really proud of Sam coming out of his 70-degree Floridian weather, coming into the cold. But once he actually got to go out and ride, he loved it.
Watch out, Wisconsin. Next winter, I'll be right there, ice racing. No cooking required.
We pulled it off. We did this first ever It's How You Get There episode in cold weather. Never have we done it before, and I was never one pushing for it to happen, but it's been an experience. Learned a lot. Love you, Wisconsin, but I gotta go home to Florida.